So definitely I'm favoring Kane to win this match. John Laurinaitis versus Theodore Long, the match that hasn't had a whole lot of build. If you talk technically, this match has the least amount of build from the additional 6 that have been added. Out of the 7 that have been added, Team Laurinaitis versus Team Long hasn't had a whole lot of momentum behind it. I'm predicting Theodore Long to win this, his team to come out on top. He'll be in control of both brands before he's replaced probably 6 months after he takes over both shows. John Laurinaitis has been involved with WWE over 10 years corporately. He's the brother of Road Warrior Animal, a guy who was inducted into the Hall of Fame just last year with Paul Ellering. Had a neat little tribute in there for Hawk. John Laurinaitis probably should have done the induction for them. He's been involved corporately with WWE, and just now he's following in the same footsteps as Vince McMahon, becoming an in-ring performer for the first time in years. It's been about 11 years since we've seen Laurinaitis do anything on screen for WWE. They allow he's never competed professionally in a WWE ring, but I really think that he is the guy who is the boringest general manager in history. I mean, the anonymous Raw general manager was interesting, at least, because you were wondering who in the fuck it was. Laurinaitis, you're just begging for him to do something impressive. You're begging for him to entertain you, but all he does is come out every week because he knows he gets on your nerves by reminding you that he's the Executive Vice President of Talent Relations and he's the interim general manager of Raw. Eventually he will be replaced by who I don't know. But I think that if you're going to replace him with somebody, it should be Theodore Long. He's the longest reigning general manager in WWE history for any show. He's been the general manager of. He's been the general manager of every show except Raw. The momentum that Theodore Long has is a considerable amount of momentum to become the general manager of both shows. But if you're eventually going to unify both brands, why not have one general manager? I like the idea. I like how the teams are shaping up. You have R-Truth, Kofi Kingston, and Santino Marella representing Theodore Long. You have David Otunga, Mark Henry, and I can't remember who the other one is that's actually representing John Laurinaitis. But there are 3 people representing each general manager right now, with additional team members to be added. Zack Ryder is favored to be on the team of John Laurinaitis, of Theodore Long, excuse me. So, the match isn't that interesting, but if you're going to favor anybody, it's definitely got to be Theodore Long. He's the babyface that I favored to win this thing. So I really think that if you're going to favor anybody in this one, it should be Theodore Long. He's been there forever. I mean, he's done everything from being a referee to a general manager to a manager. He's done everything, and he's even wrestled on occasion. Just recently I saw a pretty funny match between himself and Laurinaitis, only about 5 minutes in length. But it was a good match. It's not the most interesting match of the 7 that have been announced, but it's a match that I think you should pay an incredible amount of attention to, because it's going to eventually lead to both shows becoming one again, if they already haven't. John Laurinaitis is not my favorite to win this match. Theodore Long is the one to win this match. So previously here, now recapping my pay-per-view predictions for the WrestleMania show, we have The Undertaker to win the End of an Era match, CM Punk to win the WWE Championship match, Sheamus to win the World Championship match, The Big Show to win the Intercontinental title match, Kane to defeat Randy Orton, and Theodore Long to come out on top over John Laurinaitis' team at WrestleMania, with 3 team members being announced for both teams. That brings us to our final prediction, the once-in-a-lifetime match, John Cena versus The Rock. I initially thought The Rock was going to win this match because of the incredible amount of hype that he's had coming in. He seems to be the fan favorite heading into this match, and with 15 days to go to WrestleMania, I say fuck you, John Cena fans. I am still going with The Rock. The Rock is the guy who is favored to win. He's the fan favorite going into this match. Why not give it to The Rock? We haven't seen him wrestle at a major WWE event in over 7 or 8 years. 2012 marks his 8th year of inactivity with WWE in terms of in-ring competition. Put him back in the ring to win. You have this DVD out, The Epic Journey of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Have it all culminate with The Rock winning. Nobody wants John Cena to win this match. I guarantee it. There might be 5 or 6 fans, 5 or 6 idiots out there who want John Cena to win. But, if you actually look at it technically, yeah, okay, it's all about the torch being passed. The Rock had the torch passed to him by Hulk Hogan 10 years ago. But that was 10 years ago. The torch being passed was an idea that WWE were shoving down our throats 10 years ago. In my opinion, there is no torch to be passed here. Because over the last 10 years, John Cena has done everything. John Cena had the torch passed to him by John Bradshaw Layfield at WrestleMania 21. You have one of the biggest legends of all time going up against a youngster at WrestleMania 21 who nobody thought was going to amount to anything. And he wins the WWE title. The torch was passed 10 years ago. There is no torch to be passed here in this, for Christ's sake. If anybody is going to win, it's going to be The Rock. I know I'm going on a limb saying that, but look at all the momentum The Rock has had. Movie deals, everything from Journey to the Mysterious Island, being in the top 3 at the box office here recently, to the G.I. Joe film being released and The Rock promoting his action figure. So what if The Rock came back to promote his Twitter account? He used WWE as promotional forum. Like he hasn't done it before in the past. You all loved him then. It's not like you're going to turn on him because he's back promoting his Twitter account. A lot of people do that. The Rock isn't the only one who does that. So you're telling me he's a son of a bitch because he's back promoting his Twitter account? For God's sake. The Rock is definitely the one who's going to win this match. He says he's never going away again. And immediately when somebody sees this match on paper, you say, oh, well, somebody is definitely going to retire and never be seen again. My John Laurinaitis impression for the show. In my opinion, The Rock has got the momentum. He's got the fans on his side. So I really think the one to win this match has got to be The Rock. If The Rock loses, it will defeat the purpose of The Rock coming back. They both have phenomenal video packages put together of themselves. They're both fan favorites heading into the match. The Rock has the majority of the fans. He has the home field advantage. If you've been living under a rock, you haven't realized that this match is taking place in Miami. The Rock is going to be the fan favorite. If John Cena wins, the fans are probably going to riot, like they were going to do at ECW One Night Stand when RVD was supposedly going to lose, and the fans were going to riot, and WWE had to have RVD win out of fear. And they'll probably do the same thing this year because the fans will riot if The Rock loses. If The Rock loses, it will end with a handshake, and The Rock will admit to it. Cena being the better man, always being a cool guy, down to earth, all that bullshit. But I really think The Rock needs to win. Sure, he's had the majority of the momentum, but that means fuck all. The Rock is going to be the one to come out on top in this match because somebody will assist The Rock. If it's not a WWE superstar from the New Talent Initiative like CM Punk, who was always upset initially that John Cena and The Rock were taking away from his WrestleMania main event spot, which in my opinion he got, even though he's not the final match on the show. I always believe that you should stick with tradition and have title matches be the final match on any pay-per-view, but WWE have shied away from that. And if you were to do this traditionally, CM Punk versus Jericho would be the final match at WrestleMania. But it's not like CM Punk hasn't had crowning achievements at WrestleMania. He won Money in the Bank before at WrestleMania in 08, so he's been there and done it. So I don't know what he's got to complain about. If The Rock wins, it will be because someone fucks John Cena over. If not a WWE New Talent Initiative superstar, it'll be Vince McMahon. Because if you remember back, John Cena cut a phenomenal promo there a couple of weeks ago about The Rock, and he said that Vince McMahon will probably sue him for revealing the fact that the only reason The Rock came back was to promote his Twitter account. So how fuck would it be if John Cena gets screwed over because Vince McMahon comes out and screws John Cena out of the match because he revealed the main reason for The Rock initially coming back? And then you have this feud between Vince and John Cena, which carries things out from WrestleMania. That'd be really interesting. It would be fucked to see it, but it would be very interesting to, take a look at that, because it would be the first thing since that Vince has done for WWE in years. So, I'm favoring The Rock to win this match. I might be a son of a bitch to John Cena fans when it comes to this, but I really think, at the end of the day, if you have Cena win, it really defeats the purpose of the fucking Rock coming back. This match was initially supposed to be for the WWE Championship, and all of a sudden now it isn't. For the last 300 days, it was all about John Cena having to win the WWE title for the 1000th time and defending it against The Rock. A match so big that it had to be for the WWE Championship, and now all of a sudden it isn't? That's a dead giveaway right there. You obviously have no intelligence if you believe that The Rock is going to lose. The Rock's obviously going to win because it's not for a title. If it was for a title, then yeah, I'd believe Cena was going to win. But I mean, honestly, can you honestly say The Rock is going to lose? Or go down in a 15-minute long match? Honestly, I think The Rock is going to win. If not on his own power, it will be by the influence of somebody else. But we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, I don't know everything. I'm just making my predictions and just stating my opinion. And you can't hold me accountable for just stating my opinion, which is The Rock is definitely the favorite to win. So my pay-per-view predictions are looking like this. For the once-in-a-lifetime match, John Cena versus The Rock is my initial pick to win. The end of an era, The Undertaker versus Triple H Part 2, inside a Hell in a Cell, something we've talked about here on YouTube.com, Jonathan Clarke 22 before. The Undertaker, initial pick to win. For the championship matches, starting with the WWE Championship match, CM Punk versus Chris Jericho, Best in the World versus Best in the World, CM Punk, initial pick to win. Out of the two championship matches, I see Sheamus winning the world title against Daniel Bryan, first time ever meeting. Sheamus is my initial pick to win. Intercontinental title match, first time ever meeting at WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes versus the Big Show. Big Show to win the only championship that's eluded him in his wrestling career, holding everything from the World Heavyweight title to the United States Championship, same title held by Ric Flair and Sting, having the final match at WCW. Definitely, Big Show needs to win this one. Kane versus Randy Orton, because of momentum being needed on the shoulders of Kane. Kane to win this one. And in the Team Laurinaitis versus Team Long match, the most unlikely favorite match of anybody on this show, Team Theodore Long to win this match, with Theodore Long walking out of WrestleMania with control of both shows and one general manager being at the back.